But sometimes it's because it takes us a while to shift our consciousness back, because we get stuck in this thing, and it's hard to release our minds from being stuck, because our limbic system is sending messages to our whole body saying, you got to get out of here. You got to either get rid of this guy, you got to kill him or escape. So our minds get trapped by our limbic system, our minor brain, our lower brain, sending these impulses to our body. So what we have to do is we have to accept it and go, okay, well, I've got the limbic system response, but I'm going to transcend it, get to this person's limit, and then I'm going to respect that limit. When I respect his limit, he feels good about that. So I get to his limit. If I try to push back past his limit, he fights that. He says, no, that's my limitation. So I'm going to go right to the edge of his limitation, knowing that he feels comfortable right there. And then without changing anything else, I'm going to get off the line. Okay? That way his limitation stays intact. I'm not trying to push past it. I'm also not trying to retreat from it, from what he wants from me. He wants my attention. So I'm going to give him my attention in the form of finding his limit and living within his limit, and then getting off the line so he can fully express that. And all of a sudden, despite how hard Patrick's holding me and making me stay, suddenly he doesn't have to make me do anything because I'm right there with him. There's nothing for Patrick to fight if I'm not fighting against what he wants. I'm not fighting his limitations. I'm not fighting giving my attention to him. I'm giving my attention. I'm not going past his limits. I'm simply moving around and within them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so caught. Now my awareness is all in my experience here. So I'm going to shift my awareness to Patrick and what his needs are. That shift of awareness is everything. Okay, it's shifting from my own predicament to acceptance of what Patrick would like to see out of this relationship. I'm going to hold Patrick really hard so that he can feel my intent. Now, I'm not going to just change my intent based on what he does. I'm going to be right here with full intent. Okay, so he can feel when he's struggling against what I want. Now, he may be able to muscle out of this, but then we're not doing Aikido. We're doing something else. That felt like Aikido to me.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Okay, so get to that limitation and hold it there. Okay, he's reached a limit. I don't want him to go any further past this point. So he's got to maintain right here this feeling of that's as far as I want him to go. If he tries to go past this point, I'm going to get really angry. Okay? But if he gets right to that point, I'm going to still feel like I'm in control and he's still paying attention to me. Okay? Now, if you can maintain that while moving off the line, I'm going to move right with you. Because for me, nothing's changed. I haven't had to relinquish anything, any of what I'm doing here. My connection to his center stays intact. What happened that time?
That time I tried to get away.
Right. And that instinctively pulled his ki into a loop in here, which meant that it wasn't coming into me. It wasn't connecting back to my center. There. And you can see the difference is just a shift in consciousness. I'm not changing anything about what I'm doing. And when he struggles, it's really clear to see that there's a battle going on. Okay, that it's a battle of strength. Now, he may be able to overpower me if he's stronger than me, but if I'm stronger than him, then we're at a standstill. Or else, I get frustrated with the fact I think I'm going to lose him, so I re-attack a different way. Okay? But if he respects the limitations of this connection and then simply moves off the line of the attack, and I didn't change anything about what I was doing, Patrick changed where his head was at. Okay, so you can see how easy it is for me to hold him back when he's not connecting to me. And by connection, we're simply talking about paying attention. Now, what are you paying attention to?
To my arm.
Right. So I want you to pay attention to the limit. There. Now, you've got a limit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're paying attention to that?
Yes.
Now, what happens when you move off the line from there?
Oh, I backed away.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. We just want to recognize what's happening.
Right.
Instantly. It's an instant switch.